People who have high levels of narcissistic traits and more than likely have the personality disorder also have something else: incredibly low self-esteem and a very poor self-image. And this is typically brought on by things that a person experiences throughout the course of their lifetime. A lot of narcissism is trauma-based and learned behavior. Nothing that I want to get into very deeply in this video, but it causes narcissistic people to develop very low self-esteem. What happens is some narcissists act like pompous jerks, and you'll look at them and say, wow, look how into themselves they are. They think they're so great. There's no way this person would have low self-esteem. Well, a phony superiority complex is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to hide that true inferiority complex that a lot of narcs are dealing with. Now, the covert narcissist is much more willing to look pathetic and act like a victim and be upfront, so to speak, about needing help and needing comfort and needing all of these things provided to them. Ultimately, what happens is narcs need other people to make them feel good about themselves, to make them feel comfortable, to boost that ego, to make them okay. And this is where you come in. And of course, a lot of other people too. We know when it comes to narcs, one person is just never going to be enough. In this video, I'll share how narcs end up using you, and of course others, and how this provides them with certain comforts they need throughout the day. Number one, you're used as a cheerleader. Now, we already touched on low self-esteem in my intro, so I want to lead with this point. A narcissist is incapable of regulating their own self-esteem, keeping themselves happy, boosting themselves. That's your job. You're the heat lamp to keep this reptile warm because they can't do it without you. So they call or text, show up, ask to hang out, whatever, when they need a little pick-me-up or maybe a lot of pick-me-ups. You'll end up saying nice things about them, usually after they fish around for compliments, cry and whine about feeling like a loser, or however they choose to do it. You step in with that guaranteed pep talk, ego boost, and a dose of the feel-goods. You're always there to be that cheerleader for them so that they continue to feel good about themselves. Number two, you're used as a void filler. What to do on those lazy days when nobody else will deal with them and they have a few extra minutes. You know what they do? They text you. You're the comfort zone. You're where they go for these things. When a narcissist has time and no one else is there to make them feel good about themselves, kiss their ass, or do something for them, they reach out to you. Notice how when they're busy or they have something else going on, they don't even have time for, hi, how are you? It's only when there's a void, there's something missing from their life, or more likely, someone missing. In fact, the bigger of a void this person has, like if they have no one to hang out with, like a super loser, they blow up your phone and spend more time bugging you. You fill in the gaps here and there to make sure that someone is always there to entertain them around the clock. Number three, you're used as a therapist. Bad day, parental issues, kid issues, relationship troubles, money problems. Yeah, well, guess what? You're probably going to hear about all of those over and over and over again. They hate the bitch at work. They can't stand traffic. Their kids don't appreciate them. They don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. You'll hear all of it and be expected to talk them down off the ledge and talk them through all of their little issues. Oh, and you're not allowed to do this, by the way. You can't go to them for a listening ear. That's not what your friendship or relationship, respectively, is all about. In fact, you'll probably be blown off, gaslighted, and or minimized if you go to them with any problems. You'll probably even be told that you don't have any issues. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong in your life, or get over it. Hurry up and fix it. They're the only ones that are allowed to have real issues. Their issues will always be worse than yours. Narcissistic people are incapable of pulling their heads out of their own asses to help you. Don't take this personally, survivor. Remember, not everybody has the strength to put down their problems and take time and help others through their own. Be proud that that you're somebody who has empathy and can do that, and be sad that they can't. This is a definite sign that you should find other strong folks like yourself to surround yourself with. Don't hang on to the weak links. It really doesn't do anything other than waste your time. To get coaching and support for what you're going through, you can work one-on-one with me. Send an email to bookachatwithjess@gmail.com, or you can set up a phone chat directly on my website. Information that you need to get started is down in the description for you. Number 4, you're used as a parent. Do they need groceries, laundry done, ride somewhere, need to know how to write a resume? Do they need their place cleaned because they live like a hobo? You will end up doing the thankless chores of a parent. And just like batteries, their tantrums are definitely included. A lot of narcs have had issues with parents. And in a lot of abusive relationships, you end up becoming the parent who needs to make sure things are taken care of. These are grown-ass people who simply chuck all of the responsibility your way and expect you to deal with it. So I'm just going to add these in here just purely for the sake of time. You are used as, but are not limited to, a chef, a chauffeur, a maid, a laundress, a servant, a secretary, an accountant, an assistant, a babysitter, a mechanic, a lawn care person, and so on. Number 5, you're used as an ATM machine. This one is pretty self-explanatory. I won't waste time here. Narcs have a lot of money issues. Now, most of the time, they either want to spend all of your money or they want you to give up all of your money to become completely dependent on them. Either way, they somehow literally have their hand in your pocket and try to get you to lose everything, whether it's through their greed or them wanting massive amounts of control over you. Survivor, be very careful. Number 6, you're used as a hotel. Also very self-explanatory. Most of the time, narcs don't really want to live with people. I've said it for years. Living with a partner screws up their dating action. A lot of times they have friendships or relationships going on purely in order to have a place to lay their head at night. Typically pretty easy to spot. They usually want to move in really fast. They're going to complain about where they're living, frequently talk about wanting to leave, and it can sometimes be pretty obvious they just want to slide their way in under your roof. Number 7, you're used as whatever's convenient. What I mean by this is sometimes you're the boyfriend or girlfriend, respectively. Other times you're that friend to that other person. You're the friend, you're the neighbor, you're the cousin, whatever. We're always used as whatever is convenient. You're the roommate, the spouse, or the nanny, depending on what story needs to be told and who needs to hear the story. Some folks are used for one thing over another, and that's why so many different people are needed constantly at one time. Not everybody is wealthy. Not everybody is particularly giving. There's different people that narcs call upon for different things. They need different varieties of heat. They need different heat lamps. They need different comforts. So tell me down in the comments other ways that narcissists use people in order for them to find those comforts in life that they are incapable of providing for themselves. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, Survivor, and take care of yourself.